What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the HOJO Show with your boy Howard. Listen, what's really going on? I already know. I already know. Do not cuss me out no more. I done got y'all messages. I done been alerted for all the notifications on the comments. I got it. I know. Okay. Listen, y'all already know that I always tell y'all about how, my stuff that I be going through, especially dealing with, me trying to move and stuff, and how stressful it always is around that time for me. But this time, I don't know. It just feel like I just got kicked in my ass real bad this time. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. But everything happens for a reason. That is so true because I could really go down through that and really tell y'all something that's ain't nobody but God. But we need to talk about the Braxtons. And me sitting here telling y'all about that right now ain't gonna work. Okay, it's not gonna work. Just know all is well. All is well, and will be well. Now let's get it to why I know y'all know we are here. This stuff with the Braxtons has been a complete shit show. And baby, I know we behind, but I want y'all to know I'm going to freestyle this video. I'm going to freestyle this shit. Okay? Because I know I missed some parts and I'm going to freestyle this shit. And anything that I forget to touch on, I want y'all to drop it down in the comments and remind me or ask me the questions or whatever. And I'm gonna do another video and freestyle some more, right? Because I've kept up with everything. Y'all just ain't heard from me. And I had 2 videos to upload from the Braxtons, but while I was moving, somebody stole my iPad. And everything that I use, everything was in my iPad, y'all. And oh, child. So right now, I do not have an iPad, and I don't have my stuff because I hadn't saved a backup on it in so long. So, baby, I just got screwed. So, the 2 videos that I did have already for y'all, I wasn't able to get them. So, that's why I said we freestyling this. And anything that I forget or y'all feel like I left out questions or whatever, just put them in the comments, and then I'm going to do another freestyle video. All right? But listen, if you're new here, kick off your shoes and get comfortable because we family, baby. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, make sure you have your notifications turned on so you can be notified whenever I drop another banger like this. And without further ado, y'all ready? Let's get it.
Yes, I'm jaded. Most of the things I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you chase. You'll try to come back when you fail.
So, where am I going to start? I'm going to tell you where I'm going to start. First of all, I do not care what anybody says or think. Tamar was dead wrong for the way she carried on at that damn table. She was completely disrespectful. Her behavior was by far the worst that I think we've ever seen it. She was disgusting. That was really hard to watch. That was so hard to watch because it's like, I know, even though them girls go through what they go through, y'all mama and them didn't raise y'all to be carrying on like this. And they did not want to fight Tamar. That's what's so crazy. She was the only one that was sitting there escalating everything. And y'all know I'm not no big Tamar fan. I'm not no goddamn fool. She can't get that narcissistic shit over here on me. It's not happening. No, I can see through all of that. And that's exactly what happened. I seen through all of that bullshit. Absolutely not, ma'am. You're dead ass wrong. You are dead ass wrong. And if you really want me to be technical, I would not blame none of them if they chose not to even talk or deal with Tamar again. I would not blame them because us as the viewers watching what they was living with and dealing with in real time, that shit was exhausting as hell for us. I don't know about y'all. That was so exhausting to watch. You could not have even paid me to believe that Tamar would have acted the way she acted at that table like that. You would not have made me to believe that would happen the way it happened. I don't know why, but something in me just really, really, really wanted Tawanda to knock the goddamn shit out of Tamar. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like they all handled themselves with class. People try to say they was gaslighting her. Nobody has to gaslight her. She actually gaslights her goddamn self. Nobody has to gaslight Tamar. Please, you're delusional. That lady proved exactly why I've always been able to observe her the way that I have. Like, she is so calculated for somebody like me. She is so calculated. You're telling me, Tamar Braxton, that this was a safe space that you were trying to create for Ashley Braxton because you feel like you didn't get the safe space that you needed, so you wanted to be there for her, right? So if that is the case, you're sitting at this table acting a plum goddamn fool, and you do not mention Ashley at all at the table. What you do continue to do, though, is you go on this rant complaining and saying the same thing that they tried to stop your business. Then it went to, I know y'all don't care about me. Y'all don't like me. I don't expect y'all to give a damn about me. But what I am concerned about and here to talk about today is my child. Your child, ma'am. Your child. This was about Ashley. How the hell Logan get in it? Oh, because you're assuming that your sisters gave the lawyer your address to be able to come to your house and serve you a cease and desist. Tamar, you know damn well where that cease and desist came from. But I wouldn't say for some strange reason that I don't know, because I do know. Your reasoning behind the way that you've played this game with your sisters is because you know that the public already does not really fool with them. They don't even really fool with you either. But when it comes to y'all as a whole, because you've grown accustomed to manipulating these people so well that they actually falls for your bullshit. Not me though. I can see through it because you like glass cleaner for me, baby. But what I just, maybe it's just that I can't seem to wrap my mind around is how, if this was so critical and serious for Ashley, why her name did not come up at the damn table when you were speaking about what your main concern was. We seen Ashley maybe 1 or 2 times. We ain't seen her again. What safe space was created for her? I'm curious. What safe space was created for her? You used Ashley. You used that lady as a pawn in your game. And I will fight tooth and nail on that. There was nothing genuine about this whole thing. This was a motive. Ashley was a pawn. This was a motive that Tamar calculated. And she calculated it well because it damn sure swayed public opinion from even being concerned about her being found left in a pool of blood with 4 of her teeth missing. Everybody was hiding her sisters and was Team Tamar just like that. That's why I said she played it smart. But I see through the bullshit. If Ashley is your niece and you were sincere, she would have came up in the conversation a lot. Your business. That's the first main issue. They try to shut down your business. And for the people that can't seem to understand, and they have a hard time comprehending and using critical thinking skills, let me help you out. Tamar, you said you're concerned about your child and they're trying to shut down your business. The business that you are speaking of is that bootlegged as under construction podcast that you had, which I don't even think got a full 10 videos on the damn channel. And I do know that your highest views on that podcast was a video that you got like 209,000 views. You're a bitch ass lie. That's the business that you expect us that have sense to really believe and buy into. That is a podcast with not even 10, 15 videos posted. Like, ma'am, you ain't even really making no money from that. You're probably not making none from it because the last video you did was like, what, 7 months ago? So you probably already paid out for those few videos. So, girl, what are you talking about? Help me understand. What are you talking about? The people that don't know no better, it's easy for them to run with the bullshit because they don't know no better. And you know they don't know no better. But what business do you expect us that got sense to believe was really hurting because of a cease and desist. What business you talking about that was really hurting? The business that ain't been in business since the last 6, 7 business months. You know, I would like to take Tamar as a sincere girl sometimes, but it be so hard when she do shit like this because I see through it. You swearing up and down that your sisters helped them send the lawyer to you to serve you because you didn't get your address wasn't even on file and all this bullshit. Girl, Tamar, they can still find you. They can still find you. A lawyer, attorney, he don't need the Braxtons' help. Like you sound crazy. Everybody agreeing with you with that bullshit you trying to run sound crazy too. Like what is like what is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? That y'all have seen Tamar pull these same tricks time and time again and nothing changes. What are y'all not understanding? It doesn't matter how that cease and desist got to your house. You got the paperwork. You see the names on the paperwork. You do not see your sister's names on the paperwork anywhere. That's why you also can't show everybody else the paperwork because it proves you the one that's moving foul. Any two ways Tamar has some solid proof evidence that her sisters did that, you best believe she will be the first one to put it on the internet and let us see. Why, if she's that sure and confident in knowing her sisters was behind it, why don't you pull the paperwork out that goddamn manila folder? Turn the paper around on 360. Let us read everything. If you just that confident in knowing that it was them. The reason you can't because they're not on that paperwork. And because that paperwork would reveal exactly who really is behind it, which you already knew. But the question that I have that's been boggling my mind is Tamar also male centered? Is Tamar also male centered? I would have to say that she is. And I'm gonna tell you why. She has went lower than low on all her sisters on this season. She's went lower than low and got physical. She ain't toe into Mikey's ass not one goddamn time. Think I'm lying? Go back and watch. That lady has not went in on on Mikey Jr. at all on the TV screen. And she knows that he's the one behind it because Ashley got it first in January and she got online and told us. But the crazy thing to me is, which lets me know Tamar is male centered, is because Ashley even admitted when she first got the cease and desist that she was going to. She said that she was not going to allow them to silence her, and that she would just use different language, words when it comes to speaking about her father. She said she wouldn't use the word father or like his name, but she still was going to tell her truth. Tamar, why you couldn't do that? Cease and desist, yes, you have, but you could have did the same thing that Ashley said she was doing. You ain't have to say his name. We know who you talking about. You ain't got to say his name. Lay into his ass. That's something that I would be willing to support. You going fed on your sisters like that when the nigga that's your blood biological brother that's on the paperwork and you know it, you done spared. You look ridiculous. You look like your mission is to continue to tear your sisters apart and paint them to be these vicious women. I wish Tracy was here. I wish Tracy was here because she would have knocked Tamar head between them goddamn chairs. Oh, baby. And 9 times out of 10, had Tracy been at that table, Tamar would have left. Now that I'm thinking about it. If Tracy had been at that table, Tamar wouldn't have did none of that. She would have left. I'm winning a bit money on that. She would have left. Because when it came to Tracy, she knew herself. And that's why she hated Tracy and she couldn't stand her on the surface. That's why. Because she know that Trina wasn't one for her to try to get over on that bullshit and she couldn't bully her. I wish Tracy was sitting at that table. Because her ass should have been slid. Those are your sisters. Like, everybody go through shit. We not to act like everybody family go through shit. But, ma'am, those are your sisters. You knew since the season before last when Tony announced and she told y'all that she went to the doctor and the doctor told her that, I guess the way that her heart is that if she was to have a heart attack, she might not make it. You knew that. And you still, Tamar Braxton, stood your ass up while your sister, Tony Braxton, was sitting down and was shaking that thin ass bag of hair you had in your head and all in that lady face doing all of this, which could easily send her adrenaline up, her heart rate up, blood pressure up. You could have easily caused your sister to have a heart attack. But Tamar being Tamar, you didn't even think about that. When I look at that clip where she is all standing over in Tony's face like that, doing all of that, I know you wasn't thinking about that. But you would have been sick had something happened to Tony on the strength of you because you was in her face doing all of that. You low down. And, people been having this response. It's like the same response that people have been having when it came to Tamar stating to Tawanda she paid for her down payment on her house. Y'all act like her doing that is some hush hush tea. Like, that's not even no issue because that's what sisters and family do to help each other. But it's so many people that's acting like that was just a moment. She cleared. I mean, I guess if that was somebody that she was just friends with or associates with, yeah, then that would have probably been a read. But that's your sister. That I don't really see. It's not a read in that. That's your sister. I mean, that's to be expected. It's to help your sister. Like, so to me, I just don't feel like that just really, really, really ate. I don't. But I feel like that it was spot on for Tamar, which is something I've been clocked about her. She's just like Nene. Those are Mad Day girls, okay? And I told y'all about them. The Mad Day girls would sit and act like y'all cool, sweaty, love you up and down, all around. Just you are all of the above. Soon as you make them mad, cut them off, y'all stop dealing with each other. Watch how that hoe go to action. That's how the bitch really feel. That is Tamar. She's a Mad Day girl. I'm gonna help you. Yes, I would do whatever I can for my sisters. Mad Day comes, it's going to be something that's going to really drag her. You're calling her a thief, saying she's a criminal. If you really felt like that, why you didn't call the police? If you really, really felt like that, why not call the police? Do a police report. That's all I'm saying. File a police report. That's the thing with y'all. Like, I'm not one of the people that's going to sit on the internet and just run with it. Why are you bringing this information to us if you that bothered? She just really disgusted the fuck out of me this season. I'm not gonna lie. That lady just really disgusted the fuck out of me. Like, watching them at that table just over and over like that is just so unbelievable. I'm sorry. There's nothing that warranted for her to do that to her sisters. And I just keep coming back to this question. You are doing them in, and you're letting the man who's on that paperwork slide. Why? And allegedly, I'm not saying I know this to be a fact. I just have heard that the brother has something to do with allegedly Tamar's SA abuse. This is what I've heard. And when I heard that, I said to myself, well, if that's the case, she should really have no problem blasting him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that is the case and you didn't get a safe space when you need it, and he's a part of that, why are you giving him a safe space to still do him and not get the same backlash or even worse that you're giving to your sisters? That's the stuff that's just like really, really blowing me. That it's not making sense. No matter how much I try to listen to people, try to piece it together, it doesn't make sense. You did all this to your sisters for what? It doesn't make sense. And Tawanda, he didn't attend that Malibu, whatever season finale trip was that they did. Trina did. But I'm going to tell you something. Tamar is a master manipulator when it comes to this narcissism shit. She's good. This lady did all of that to her sisters and turn around and create this idea for this retreat. But when she when she says that Trina and Tony are willing to go, she makes it also known that Tawanda, I guess, didn't answer her phone or she's not coming. The way she said it was like, I tried. You cannot hit somebody and tell them how hard to hit your ass back or when they need to feel like they've healed from it. That is not how life works. Get some fucking therapy. You do not get the right to do people like that. And Tawanda not being there is a great example of her setting boundaries in her life when it comes to Tamar. And I might not care for Tawanda. I might not care for some of them. But I'm going to call the thing a thing every time. Tawanda did not deserve you knocking a goddamn glass across the table like you on Basketball Wives. Like, you cannot make this up. And then this is the thing. When I'm hearing all of these motherfuckers that's trying to get online steady saying Trina did put her hands on Tamar. Black people, Y'all know how we are when stuff is in the heat of the moment. These are sisters, not friends. So your sister trying to break up and de-escalate the situation could never look like he's hitting y'all because she pushed Tony more to the left than she did you. But you tell the director when you was giving him your version that she got her lick in. You said when it went down and y'all was going at it, you said, you don't put your hands on me. She did not put her hands on you. Then when y'all got at this table, at this Malibu thing, you're going to try to say she touched you. With her arm touching you and Tony to break y'all up, you know damn well she did not touch her the way you're trying to imply. And the half-ass apology that came with that, I don't blame Trina for saying I do not accept, because that's bullshit. That's bullshit. And you couldn't even sit at the table and take this time from this retreat to really own your shit. Like you told that man you were tired of it and you've been thinking about that night or whatever and you wanted to get past it. You ain't want to get past it that goddamn bad. Because you couldn't even take full accountability without adding them in or how they made you feel in some capacity. Why? You got physical with them. Nothing warranted that. Why? You should have been in jail. They better than me because I would have really been calling the po-po ho. You tried it, Tamar. Like you tried the fuck out of your sisters. And I'm not done. I'm gonna end this because we're already 32 minutes. But I'm gonna come back because there is an even deeper message that we need to get into about all of y'all that steady screaming. If she did hit her, baby, you just wait. I got something for y'all, okay? I appreciate y'all for watching. Love you guys so much. Drop down in the comments and let me know whatever questions that y'all still have. We're going to freestyle some more till we get all of this wrote down, okay? Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Also, make sure you have your notifications turned on so you can be notified whenever I drop another banger like this. I love y'all. Peace.
Oh babe, oh babe, oh yeah, oh yeah. Why is this so funny? Oh yeah, just say, oh yeah, oh yeah. Why is this so funny? Oh yeah,